it's Jen. Welcome back. So to wrap up my little mini series of October recommendations for you, today I have 5 recommendations of books that have ghosts at the center. I love a good ghost story. I love a book with ghosts in it. They tend to be really atmospheric, which creep me out. And I am out of these 5, 3 of them I've read, 2 I have not. So to get us started with one that I have not read, this has been on a few TBRs, still haven't picked it up, but this is House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This is a retelling of The 12 Dancing Princesses. This is a young adult fantasy. It has really good ratings on Goodreads. I've heard great things. But the center of the story, we have a manor on the edge of the sea. We have a dad, a stepmom, and 12 sisters. Ihli is, I think, is that her name? Yeah, Ihli lives a sheltered life in a manor by the sea. So this manor's halls now are being haunted by ghosts. We have 4 sisters that have been killed, and Ihli is being haunted by ghostly visions of her sisters. And so as the story takes place, you're unraveling the family mystery, the family secrets, and that's all I want to know. I've heard this is really creepy, so there's that one. Book 2 is one I don't own, but it was put on my radar earlier this month. It's called Ask for Andrea. I wrote the author's name down so I don't butcher it. Noelle W. Ihli is her name. In this one, we have a serial killer who baits girls online. He charms them, wines and dines them, has the best first date of their life, and then he murders them. So these 3 girls, we have Megan, Brescia, I believe her name is, and Sky. And so they are all killed by this serial killer, and their ghosts find each other, and hauntings ensue. I've heard this is really action-packed, fast-paced, and I think it's going to be a really unique twist on hauntings and ghosts, something that I've never read like before. So this one I actually downloaded on my Kindle. We'll see if I get to it this month. The next one, highly recommend, is The Winters by Lisa Gabriele. This is a retelling of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I read that and loved that as well. If you loved Rebecca, then you probably would really enjoy this one. You're following a whirlwind romance. A young woman moves with her fiance, Max Winter, to a secluded Long Island mansion. And there, his late wife's presence is everywhere. He has a daughter, Dani, who makes her life a living hell. And as she's living in this house, she is being pulled deeper into these secrets and trying to unravel. And the more she unravels, the more hauntings that she is experiencing. It was really good. If you like Rebecca, check this one out. It's a good retelling. Next one is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney, one of my 2 favorite Alice Feeney books. The other one is Rock, Paper, Scissors. This is 10 out of 5 stars. This is one of the most atmospheric books I think I've ever read. And if you haven't read this, please pick it up. Let me grab my notes because I want to make sure I don't spoil anything. Yeah, okay, so you're following Daisy Darker. She's estranged from her family. A bunch of her family members just really don't talk to anymore, but they all reunite for their Nana's 80th birthday party. The setting is a secluded island, an old rundown mansion on this island, and the trick of this is when the tide comes in for 8 hours, you're completely cut off to the outside world. And so as they are eating dinner, you're getting everyone's backstories, you're getting secrets and lies from a bunch of unreliable characters, and a storm rolls in, Nana ends up dead. And then in the manner of, and then there were none, each hour, one of the family members winds up dead. And so that's where you're picking up the mystery as far as who's killing them. Is it real? Is it supernatural? Who do you believe? And it is so good. So good. I loved every page of that book. And then the last recommendation, another very atmospheric, spooky read. I read this. I think this was a favorite of like 2020 for me. This is Simone St. James, The Sundown Motel. Almost all, if not all, Simone St. James books surround a ghost story. But this one is one of my favorites, so I picked it up. You have two timelines in here. You have upstate New York in 1982 and then in 2017. And so in 1982, there's a character named Viv. She wants to move into the city, so she is saving money and she gets a job at this rundown motel on the side of the road, and she disappears. And then you fast forward into the current timeline, the 2017, and Carly, who is, Viv was her aunt. Carly has never been able to, like, let this disappearance of her aunt go, the mystery, the unsolved mystery of where her aunt went and what happened to her aunt. So she moves into the hotel to do some investigation, and she winds up back in the same mystery and circumstances that caused her aunt to disappear all those years ago. So highly recommend. This book creeped me out, very spooky. If you're really brave, read it on vacation when you're in a hotel or a motel. It'll add another atmospheric element that you can't do that anywhere else. I didn't do that. I read this at home and it still creeped me out. So this one is very good. So there you have it. There are 5 recommendations, 3 that come very highly recommended, and then the 2 that I haven't read yet. And then, of course, there's one on my Kindle. So here you go. Enjoy. Please pick one of these up. I think you guys will not regret it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.